there is nothing wrong with Jamaica. Jamaica is moving. The only thing that will be wrong for Jamaica is the PNP. And so tonight, Area Council 1 is showing to party leader where we stand. And we have said to him where we want. But only he knows. Labor rights, let's welcome now the Member of Parliament for West Central, St. Andrew, leader of the great Jamaica Labour Party, Prime Minister for 1 term, Prime Minister for 2 terms, Prime Minister for the 3rd term, Andrew Holness.
Let me greet my colleagues on the platform. And I want to make special commendations to Area Council 1. They have been very organized and they have worked very hard. And I commend them. But I especially want to commend a very hard-working lady. Someone who I've known all my life. Someone who, aside from family, she loves the people. And she has made the people of East Rural her family. And I have observed her over these many years becoming more and more involved in political life. And when I discuss her involvement with her, I began to realize that she didn't, she moved from coming into politics because of me, but now she's in politics because of you. Because all she talk about now is you. Everybody who needs school fee, everybody who have problem with health and they ask for assistance, every citizens group that quarrel about road not fixed, every taxi driver that pass our office they drop in a pothole, everything. She's so involved in it. She has made it her life. She's passionate about the people and the challenges of the people. But I also find that she is even more excited to find the solutions. So, take away the party, take away the government. She is a good person for you. She cares for you. She will make the sacrifice for you. But she is competent. She knows what she do. She's very smart. She knows how to get things done. She is very effective and efficient. She gets things done quickly. And so, I don't even know who is running against her. But it really doesn't matter, because she has distinguished herself by her service, by her works. By her works, she has earned your support and your vote. And by the response that I have seen here in your attendance and attention, it is clear to me that you are rewarding her with your support and her vote. I am speaking it into being, therefore, that Juliet Holness will be the Member of Parliament for East Rural St. Andrew after the next general election.
Miss Holness, cook them, calf them, would wap them.
The Jamaica Labour Party took over Jamaica at a very precarious time in its history. The country was teetering on the edge. Many problems. Aside from the economic problems, the country faced a government problem. A government that couldn't ensure that a simple thing like motorists getting proper fuel for their car, proper gas for their car. You remember? Bad gas. You remember that? That was a government failure. We were dealing with a government that was not able to control simple things like a mosquito-borne disease. Yes, we have dengue, and sometimes you have an outbreak, we jump on it and get in control. The Minister of Health is here. But they couldn't control chikungunya, which they knew what to do and didn't do it. They couldn't provide our hospitals with the resources to ensure that our babies would survive. And we had a problem called the dead baby scandals. You remember that? Government problem. And all they tried to do is to recreate those scandals of their government. Recreate them artificially and falsely. But the people already know that when the PNP form the government, we end up with a bad government. Bad government. So, if you look at the PNP government between 2011 and 2015, and you look at all their failures, they had failures with electricity. They had failures with the bad gas. They had failures with a thing they call Jeep. How many of you remember Jeep? Said they're going to provide employment to people. It is not so long ago that these things have happened, and people still remember them. When we took over, we made a commitment that we are going to give the people good government. We are going to be effective in the management of the affairs of the people. Look at us. We take over. We have a big problem called COVID. Think about it. The worst pandemic. Well, it's the only pandemic we have had in 100 years. And it happened not by us. We don't have nothing to do with it. But look how we manage it. I want you to stop and think for a moment. If COVID happened under the PNP, what would our country be today? Just think about it. Just think about it. They couldn't manage the economy between their 5 years from 2011 to 2015. Think about it. They raised taxes on the people at least twice. They put on $34 billion of new taxes on the people. $34 billion. What that means is that they went into your pocket and took out more money in order to fund their government. Look at what we have done now for 10 years. No new taxes. Beryl hit us, and we were able to, out of our own resources, recover from Beryl. We never had to borrow. 14,000 Jamaicans got assistance for recovery from Beryl from our own resources, and we were able to do that within 2 weeks after the event. Can you imagine if Beryl occurred under the PNP? Thank God, not like that never happened. So I want to make the point to you quick and fast. You have a better government that knows how to manage government and run your affairs. You can have confidence and faith in this government. The PNP is a risk. It is an uncertainty. You're taking a chance. We have given you stability. No question about that. Dollar stable. Inflation stable. Unemployment come down. Tax, you don't have to worry about that. Look now on security. If you look at when crime start to rise in Jamaica, past 1,000 murders under the PNP. We are the ones that are working now to bring murders sub 1,000 at the end of the year. We are the ones that has made the greatest reduction in murders and crime in Jamaica. A problem which many thought could never be solved, but we solving it. So my friends, we are entering this season very quickly. The season of decision. The season when you have to choose. And we are not going to close our eyes and say, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. No. That's not how we do it. The PNP want you to close your eyes and listen to their lies. No. No. What we are going to do is to examine the track record. And when we put to you our performance, which we have documented in a nice little book. You remember a couple of months ago I told you that we are going to look at all our achievements and we're going to produce our top 200. It's far more than 250, but the book would have been too big. So we take the top 250. Minister Tufton, you are the campaign manager. We have at least another 100 more achievements that we didn't put in the book. If you can find the time, sir. Right? Please publish those other 100 in a smaller book. But we're not going to stop there. We have told all the members of parliament to document what they have achieved and done in their constituency. Notice, your member of parliament, Juliet Holness, was able to read out all the things that she has done, and I'm sure that's not all of it. And so at our meetings that we are going to have, when your members of parliament are speaking, aside from the gimmicks and the show and the dancing, they're going to tell you what they have done. Because you are going to be empowered with knowledge and information to make the right decision. So quick and fast, two other things I want to leave with you. This constituency is a beautiful constituency. It is very large. Geographically, it has lovely hills. And it has a nice little plain in Harborview and Bull Bay side. But there is a big problem with water. Not just in this constituency. Most of the rural belt, even heading over into St. Thomas, big problem with rural water. We have a company that was established in 1986, thereabout, the Rural Water Supply Company. And that company has certain capacities. It can set up mini or micro water supply schemes in rural communities. One year we made an allocation of $800 million, forgive me, to the company to do several projects. But the company is restricted because of its size. What we are going to do with that company, we are going to make an investment in that company to expand it, to give it more engineers, to give it more project managers, so that it can take on more of the smaller projects in the rural communities. I remember touring a community up in the hills, and the people were very creative. They were using irrigation hoses, putting it up on trees, taking the water from a stream and gravity feeding it down to their homes. That shouldn't be the case in modern day Jamaica. It is not a matter that we don't have the budget to do it. It is now a matter that we need to increase the capacity of the agencies that we have created to deal with this problem. And therefore, we are going to give greater capacity to the Rural Water Supply Company to be able to take on these projects. I guarantee you that within the next 5 years, we will treat with all the water problems in these communities. We have the capabilities to do it, and we have the resources to do it. We will get it done. Finally, in 2011, the PNP made a promise that they will take GCT off electricity. They didn't fulfill that promise. We made a commitment that we are going to address the issues that you face with electricity, which is probably one of the most significant costs that households face in their consumption basket, the cost of electricity. And we have started to address that. We have cut GCT on electricity. We move it from 15% to 7%. That's a significant cut. So when you look at your electricity bill, you start to see the reduction. But for persons who now don't have electricity or who have electricity through other means. And you know what I mean when I say through other means. It is a problem that we have to address, because everybody who is getting their electricity informally, I am certain that if they were given an affordable option, they would go with the formal and regular and legal means. We have to change how our government operates to ensure that our people can follow the law in getting the basic things that they need to survive. And that is why we have a program that is going to help every household that needs assistance with household wiring, because you can't get formal electricity if your house don't properly wire. And so we have started that program now to help households through the Jamaica Social Investment Fund, JSIF, and rural electrification. Second thing is that some people would prefer an option to be able to pre-purchase electricity, like how you buy a food card, so that they can manage their electricity consumption instead of at the end of the month a bill come that they never even figure out that they would have that cost coming on them. And then before you know it, they can't pay it and the light cut off. And so what we are going to do is expand the prepaid electricity program to allow those households who would want to be able to get their electricity by prepaying it. These are just some of the initiatives that your government is putting in place to make life more affordable for you. Come September, many of you who will be sending your children to school in some of the rural communities will be able to benefit from a far reduced fare on the public school bus system that we will be implementing come September, for which this constituency and many others in rural Jamaica will benefit from. We have to give Minister Darrell Vaz some credit, because he took the first step and brought in 2 of the buses and tested them in his constituency and his wife's constituency. So we have some data as to how those buses perform. But you know, the value of what we're going to get from those buses is far more than the savings that you are going to get in your pocket. A large part of the deterioration in our social values and in the behavior of our children is how they are treated on public transportation. It is what they are exposed to in public transportation. So even if there were a slightly increased cost relative to any other solution, I would prefer this solution, because it would mean that once and for all we can ensure that our children are transported from their home to school and from school back to home in an environment that is conducive for good and proper behavior that will improve generally our society. So my friends, these are just some of the things that we are doing. Whenever I come to the platform, I am tempted to go through all the things. But I am reminded that you have been here for a while. And the speakers have all said what I have said already, many of them. So I am just reinforcing to you. But let me say, there is no guarantee for anything. We have to work for it. The story of my life is that I have never been given anything free. I've had to work for anything that I have had. I have said it before and I will say it again. I don't know what a gold spoon looks like. It has never been in my mouth. I have no inheritance or any endowment or any trust fund anywhere. Whatever I have worked hard and honestly for it. I have never gained wealth by exploiting the people. No. And I want to say to you that my ethic is that I believe in working for what I have. By the sweat of my brow, I shall eat bread. And that is the ethic of the Jamaica Labour Party. We work for what we have. And in the same way, we are working for the third term. We are not believing and acting as if we are entitled to a third term. There is no entitlement. Some people behave like they own Jamaica. It's just a matter that time come for them. It's not a matter that they work for it. It's not a matter that they deserve it. It's not a meritocracy. It's just that time, the effluxion of time. It's just so. But we have never, I certainly have never behaved entitled in Jamaica. A part of the challenge that I face is that I represent a disruption, a real disruption for those persons who believe that they have an entitlement to Jamaica. You see, I don't have any Topanaris in me. I am 100% purebred Jamaican. The struggles that you went through, I went through. I know what it is to walk to school. I know what it is to not have a seat in a classroom. I went to Spanish Town Primary with more than 60 picnic in the classroom. I know. And it is because I've had those experiences why I believe that I have been able to direct the development of policy that has made Jamaica from what has been considered as a basket case to now being considered as the case study for a country to transform itself without mineral resources, without dictatorship, without external and foreign aid. We together as a people will transform our country. I wish no man, one thing with me, when I go to my bed, I don't worry about things. My heart is clean. I have never wished harm on anyone. I have never spoken ill of anyone, and I can say I have never spread a rumor on anyone. And I don't tell lies on people.
I'm living like a movie, watch me. Jump up in a jacuzzi, Ashley. Get on you just a move.
So, as I said, I've said it over and over and over and over again. There is a battle for the minds of the people of Jamaica. There are some people whose mind is already set. And I use the analogy that they support a football team. I am a Liverpool fan, and Desmond is a Manchester United fan. That not going to change. If Liverpool are lose, me a Liverpool fan. And if Manchester United are lose, Desmond is a Manchester United. It just not going to change. And so you have some people in Jamaica like that. I keep saying, however, that the consequences of supporting a bad government is far more dangerous to you than the consequences of supporting a bad football team. So to those who treat their politics like how they treat football, I would encourage them to start looking at performance and make rational decisions. And that is why we have put out now our achievements book, so that you can make rational decisions. The book, people look at it and say, oh, it's a PR stunt. No, think deeply about what that book is. That book is the expression of the Jamaica Labour Party's respect for you. We respect you. We know that you will take up that book of performance and you will read it and you will make your own logical conclusions as to who is best to run this country. That's what it is. It is our symbol of respect that for the first time in the history of Jamaica, a political party can turn over to you its prospectus of performance for you to decide and not to play upon emotions, but to focus your mind on performance. So Labourites, the time is drawing near. My Jamaican family, the time is drawing near. My Jamaican people, you have a strategic government, a disciplined government, a government that does things systematically and in order. We don't believe in chaka chaka, and we never, ever, ever, ever look chaka chaka. When I put my hand out to you to shake it, you don't have to think twice. You can take my hand. You know that we are clean-hearted and clean hands. We don't believe in chaka chaka. So, we come to you with clean hands, we come to you with a clean heart, and we bring clean words to you. And we give you knowledge and information on which you can make a decision. So the time, my friends, is drawing near. We have taken the time to make the calling and election sure. We're not leaving any stone unturned. We're not leaving any voter unconnected or unattended. And it means that all of you who have come here, you have that duty to connect with your neighbor, connect with your co-worker, connect with your friend, and let them know that Jamaica is on the path. Jamaica is rising. Jamaica is growing. Jamaica is changing. Jamaica is transforming. Prosperity is the direction, and we will achieve our goals. Labourites, I love you. God bless you. My Jamaican family, God bless you.